From Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone to Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan, it's hard to believe some on-screen couples aren't together in real life. With undeniable chemistry, these co-stars have flirted their way through many films together while making us believe in true love. Anne Hathaway and Jake Gyllenhaal are real-life best friends. Jennifer Lawrence and Bradley Cooper bicker like a married couple, and Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock had huge crushes on each other. Here are some of the best on-screen couples who have brought passion to multiple movies and how they feel about each other behind the scenes.
Kiss me.
What?
Public displays of affection make people very uncomfortable.
Yes, they do.
According to Emma Stone, Ryan Gosling was the king of Twizzlers on the set of La La Land. He'd eat them all day and fill his pockets with them. Guess this is just one of the weird things you learn about a co-star when you've been in so many movies together. They were a steamy couple in Crazy Stupid Love and tore up the screen together again in Gangster Squad. But La La Land is the movie that comes to mind when you think about the perfection of this on-screen duo. Director Damien Chazelle said that their chemistry is one for the ages and compared them to Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. Emma says this bond goes all the way back to the audition for Crazy Stupid Love, when they instantly had an unspoken understanding. Now she's the first to say that she can't even imagine what her life would be like if Ryan wasn't in it.
So you're not quite big enough to be a Shylock. I give up. What's your racket, handsome?
Jake Gyllenhaal describes Anne Hathaway as brilliant, adventurous, and one of the most talented actresses of their generation. Brokeback Mountain was their first movie together, and Jake insists he automatically knew that he and Anne would do more amazing things together. When Love and Other Drugs came along, saying yes was a no-brainer. Anne describes Jake as curious, reliable, a true family man, and he's also her mentor, but not in acting. Instead, she goes to him whenever she needs cooking advice.
I'm sorry, I know it's so late.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
When Woody Allen needed an acting duo for his new movie, he turned to an unlikely source: Wedding Crashers. After seeing Rachel McAdams and Owen Wilson fall in love, he decided they'd be the perfect fit for a movie that wasn't quite so lighthearted. Midnight in Paris isn't exactly the comedy that Wedding Crashers is, but Rachel and Owen have an undeniable chemistry, and they have their shared love of comedy to thank. The duo has admitted they don't hang out much between films, but their professional relationship is like a work marriage, and Owen really only has one thing to say when asked about what he thinks about Rachel.
Wow.
Jennifer Lawrence says she and Bradley Cooper bicker all the time, like a married couple, but she wouldn't trade her best acting partner for anyone else. Bradley attributes their steamy on-screen chemistry to the long hours spent learning dance moves for Silver Linings Playbook. And it was during that filming that J-Law decided to sign on for Serena. The pair have also starred in American Hustle and Joy. And whether they're on-screen love interests or not, Jennifer has joked that she always starts a new project by asking if Bradley Cooper will be in it.
Keep your voice down.
I'm just the crazy slut with a dead husband.
We've all dreamed about being Matthew McConaughey's love interest, but Kate Hudson has surprising thoughts from working with the Hollywood heartthrob. She says he's not the best kisser, and that their kiss at the end of Fool's Gold was actually pretty gross. There was a lot of water and apparently some snot involved in that kiss. Definitely not as dreamy as it looked on screen. But still, there's only love between the two co-stars, who say they've been like siblings since they starred in How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. McConaughey describes Kate as fun and rock and roll, which seems like a glowing endorsement from the cinematic legend.
Are we gonna die?
No, we're not.
Amy Adams says Christian Bale always inspires her to bring her performance to another level, and she has a ton of fun yelling at him in movies. It might even be her good luck charm when it comes to their multiple Oscar-nominated films. Speaking of those nominations, the on-screen couple has shared a lot of success together. They were both Oscar nominees in the same years for their roles in Vice, American Hustle, and The Fighter. At this point, the pair working together again is just inevitable.
I felt like we had a secret, just the two of us.
Some on-screen co-stars are married in real life, and one of the best examples is Melissa McCarthy and Ben Falcone. They first met at a little improv theater in LA, but they got their big break when they both appeared in Bridesmaids. The duo also wrote and starred in Life of the Party. Ben even had to direct a love scene between his wife and another guy, and it was filmed on their real-life anniversary. Ben admits he gets a little jealous sometimes, but who wouldn't be when your wife is making out with a college student?
I don't have a gun for you to put up my ass to make your point.
I can put my nano.
I will show you.
Another ultra-talented on-screen pair is Julia Roberts and George Clooney, who first met at a hotel before filming Ocean's 11 back in 2000. Despite their first meeting being kind of romantic, the pair has only ever been friends. Clooney and Matt Damon used to play pranks on Julia on set, but during Ocean's 12 she was pregnant, so instead her co-star took it upon himself to wait on her hand and foot. The pair teamed up again for August, Osage County, and Money Monster, and their films together have made over $1 billion at the box office. As for their real-life romance, Julia is a huge fan of George Clooney's wife, Amal, so there's no unrequited affections for this on-screen couple.
The soundtrack of George's life.
Yeah, listen, you wouldn't recognize me if you didn't hear this.
Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler are best friends. Drew even ranked Sandler as her most talented co-star over Hugh Grant and Jake Gyllenhaal. From The Wedding Singer to 50 First Dates and Blended, they're constantly making each other laugh, sometimes so much that it's hard to finish a scene. Drew presented Sandler with a Best Actor award for Uncut Gems, and he thanked her in his speech by saying, "I'm glad we met. I'm glad we did it all, and we always make our movies together." They describe each other as best buds, and it's a friendship that we would love to be a part of.
Are you okay?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
I'll be right back. Hey, come
No.
After Alan Rickman passed away, his co-star and close friend Emma Thompson wrote a moving tribute to him. She praised his humor, intelligence, wisdom, and kindness, and said, "He was the ultimate ally. I trusted him absolutely. He was, above all things, a rare and unique human being." If that doesn't make you tear up, then looking at their history together will. They were both in Harry Potter, Sense and Sensibility, and Judas Kiss. But their most romantic moments together are from Love Actually. For them, being in love on screen was like breathing, and Emma will always cherish that irreplaceable bond.
Slightly special, personal one.
Thank you. That's a real first.
Dax Shepard and Kristen Bell are married in real life. The first time they played romantic love interests was in Hit and Run, and their dialogue was inspired by their real-life conversations as a married couple. Both Kristen and Dax admit to fighting, but they always find a way to get past it. Kristen said she used to run out of the house during a fight, but Dax helped her learn how to communicate better. It's this type of collaboration that's had them work on films like Chips together, and their talent for making each other laugh has led to golden comedies like When in Rome.
This is crazy. I don't know whether to look at my own reflection or at you. That's how beautiful you are.
During separate interviews with Ellen DeGeneres, Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock revealed that they had crushes on each other while filming 1994's Speed. The only thing is, neither of them knew the other had a crush. If they could go back in time, the Lake House stars would probably have dated. Maybe they'd even have gotten married. But that's all in the past now, and Sandra and Keanu have decided to stick to being best friends.
You didn't leave me.
Didn't have anywhere to be just then.
They don't often play romantic love interests, but Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter are the mascots for amazing on-screen chemistry. A lot of their connection comes from them being so similar. They feel it's easier to get into a character when they have elaborate costumes, and they also agree that they're both kind of crazy. They starred in Dark Shadows, Alice in Wonderland, and even The Corpse Bride, but Sweeney Todd is the movie that found them in a dysfunctional romance. Helena admits that it's weird for her then-husband, director Tom Burton, to see her making out with Depp, who is one of his best friends. But despite some awkward moments, their friendship is eternal.
What if I take off your head? Will you know then? Stop that.
Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan are rom-com perfection, and they've remained friends since their first movie together, 1990's Joe vs. the Volcano. Meg is part of the reason Tom eventually agreed to do Sleepless in Seattle, and she describes the actor as one of the best in the business and someone who is always rooting for others. Meanwhile, Tom praises her as being very smart and always keeping him on his toes. You've Got Mail will always be iconic because of the passion these two share on the big screen.
And my breath catches in my chest until I hear 3 little words. You've got mail.
Scarlett Johansson and Chris Evans have an on-screen relationship that goes beyond the MCU. They both appeared in The Perfect Score and shared some love in The Nanny Diaries. The co-stars finally pleased Marvel fans when Nat and Cap shared a quick kiss in Winter Soldier, but the actors describe themselves as brother and sister. Johansson says the chemistry comes from knowing her co-star more than a decade, and having such a fun time working together doesn't hurt.
You so uncomfortable?
It's not exactly the word I would use.
Which of these on-screen couples is your favorite? Do you have a favorite that we missed? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to The Things for more. Thanks for watching!